I'm just ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood.
What's the other joint? What was the other joint we're looking at?
Okay, my will presidential, 10 presidential, money presidential, bitches presidential, everything black, so you know I'm presidential.
He gonna hook up in the front center, and he gonna pull at an angle that way.
Riding through the hood with my top down, she know I like it better when the top down. Niggas hating on me cause I'm hot now. No surprise, I know why I'm getting money, yeah. It's a lovely day, so I'ma ride the city. Cup full of something to slow down my senses. These designer shoes cost a nice penny. That's $750, we talk Pacifics. That Rose Gold compliment.
Alright, in this video about to do something that's pretty cool. So I got this Reolink, I'm gonna tell you the model number when I remember, but this is a non-PoE camera, and I'm running a PoE 4K NVR system, and of course all of my cameras in my entire house are PoE, you know. So see, I got a monitor up, you know, got 2 of my cameras out, which I just got some more cameras in, got a bunch of them, so I'm gonna put them up later. Anyway, this camera, which is active and on part of the NVR system, it connects to it. It just doesn't do it through PoE. You have to run the same Ethernet cable, connect it to the system, but you have to power it locally using a long power adapter plugged in the wall. Problem with this, boom, daughter, 3-year-old can knock the freaking wire out, boom. Could grow up later on, teenagers want to move around, be off camera, unplug, boom. We're not doing none of that. We're gonna fix all of that right now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn this camera basically to a PoE camera, wink wink. By what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut into the wire. I'm gonna cut into the wire and I'm gonna put a splitter on there. I'm gonna send the power through the Ethernet cable, but when it comes out the other end in the closet where it hits the NVR, I'm gonna plug it into the wall, and the other end of the power will be coming out of the Ethernet cable, plugged in as an adapter, but not through the actual Ethernet. So we're about to go ahead and pull this adapter down, cut the adapter in half, and we're gonna make the adapter work. So let's show y'all. All right, so let me show y'all what we got right now. So right now, what we have is these where's the full pack? Okay, pre-cut. Before they're cut, this is what they look like. Okay, got 2 of these. You can buy them in the pack. I think I typed in like PoE extractor or something like that on Amazon, and I found a piece that has the Ethernet cord, plugs in one side, and basically takes the power out and separates it right here through a 12-volt jack. And it takes the Ethernet, just the Ethernet wire. You can see just the Ethernet wiring is wired in here, just the portion that's used for the Ethernet. And on the other side, those other wires, other 4 wires go to the power. And of course, those 4 wires combine into 2, because two of those 4 wires are positive, two of those 4 wires are negative. So it basically just can sum up to just a 2-wire connector like this, all right? So you got one of these for in, all right? So to match, you got the camera side. The camera side, I have one of these that has a male on it. And the other side that goes before it hits the, it comes out, the plug Ethernet plug that comes out on the network video recorder side, the NVR side, it'll have an Ethernet jack that'll plug straight into the NVR. Well, in our case, we're gonna plug it into this thing because it's not using power. The camera isn't using power, so we're gonna extract the power out. And this is a 12-volt, so we can't just plug a 12-volt adapter in here and just go with it and let it work. But on the other hand, the other side, it'll go into the NVR, boom. And that way the video feed can show, the video and audio. But in order to power the camera, utilizing the extracted power. This is a 5-volt camera, it's not a 12-volt camera. These things were not made for this camera. They're just made to extract what is sent through PoE, which is 12 volts. Well, we have to convert ours from 12 volts to 5 volts. Well, beyond this connector, it's just wires in here. There's no 12-volt wire, 5-volt wire. It's wire, it's just copper. So we're gonna cut this off, and we're gonna use the female side. We're gonna put the adapter side. We're gonna cut this. I'll show y'all right now. It's not a big deal. Just whoop-de-freaking-do. Come over here and look. Come about right here. Whoop-de-do, and I look. Cut. Boom. All right. So on one side, I'll cut this, and I'm gonna wire it in on the NVR side. This side is the adapter side. So when it comes out at the adapter and gets extracted out, we'll plug it right into the wall into a plug. That way we'll have power going in the cable. Now on the camera side, which I already have cut it, this is why I got the other one at first, but it's already cut. I'm gonna cut and put on the side that I'll cut off with the male end on it. This side, and I'm gonna cut and solder this on there. Now we just converted that 12-volt connector side, those connectors, we just converted them. I think I threw them away already. We just converted them from a 12-volt extractor to a 5-volt extractor by putting on the power adapter that came with the camera. So let's go ahead and get it done so y'all can see what we're doing. All right, so now we basically just got 2 pieces, right? Let me set my phone up a little lower so y'all can see. Basically got 2 pieces, right? One gonna be male and one gonna be female. It doesn't matter. You can cut off the ends on each one. It doesn't matter. It's just the Ethernet wire and wire ends, right? All right, on the camera side, when it comes out, if the camera is gonna hit the camera with a length of this right here, I want this to be very similar. So I'm actually gonna cut this down. I want this length to be really close. I'm actually gonna leave a little reserve. I like to always do things longer. You can always shorten it up, but you can't always add length into it, you know? So let's go ahead and cut this. I'll cut this about right here. Cut that down. In here, of course, what you expect, you got 2 wires, right? So these are auto strippers, you know what I'm saying? So come in here, it's about a number 10. I'll strip it back, strip a little more off. Whoop-de-doo. All right, now we got 2 wires inside here, right? Black and white, right? And I mean, black and red, right? And we got red and white right here, right? So we're gonna match the reds up, and we're gonna match the white and the black up. So being that it's DC, your red is your hot, and either black is your negative or your white's your negative, your neutral. You can also test to verify this, but in our case, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because we control this. Whatever we put on this side for this connector is the same we're gonna put on this side for the adapter connector. So it really don't matter. We could wire it backwards. It doesn't really matter as long as we are consistent in our pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and strip this a little bit more. I'd rather have a lot more control. All right, then I got my handy dandy. Oh, yeah, my son already took it down. Heat shrink. All right. So before you start any stripping or going crazy with the stripping, find your heat shrink you're gonna use. Of course, I'm gonna get the smallest heat shrink for this. I'm gonna have to put 2 pieces over there because I want a piece that's gonna cover up the entire sleeve, and I want a piece that's gonna cover up just one of the sleeves. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Because so I'll get. I think I got pre-cut pieces in here already, which I do. So this is enough to do size to do a single sleeve right there. Boom. All right, and then I'm gonna have enough to do a piece to do the entire connector. Looks like I have a piece for that too. Make sure it's the right size. It's a piece that can do. Yeah, it can go over the entire connector. Okay, boom. So this is what I'm gonna use right here. So I'm gonna pull this off for now. I'm gonna tell you a little trick too. Whenever you got heat shrink that's very close to the wire size, use some WD-40 or something. You can slide it up on or off pretty easy. So go here. I'm gonna cut this piece about a decent size. Let me see about right here. Give me some WD-40. And it's over there in the corner, the bottom shelf right there. And for this piece right here, I'm gonna cut this piece tad bit shorter. It's about a little more than half, about 2/3 of this. Because it's gonna cover up our wire connection, right? Alright, a little WD-40. Just put this. You don't gotta be crazy. Just enough to lubricate that wire a little bit. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put this on. You know, slide this heat shrink all the way down. Look how easy it go on. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy, just like that. Now, we're gonna get our smaller heat shrink and we're gonna put on one of them. We don't need to use it for both because I wanna put it on the hot wire ready. But we'll need it for both because the big piece is going to cover up the entire connection. So, in the meantime, we'll cut it a little shorter. A bit shorter. I use that piece. Alright. So now, we got this side prepped and ready. And we don't have to do anything for this side because our heat shrink is ready. So, now, because I can't strip wires that small with that machine, I'll do a pinch and pull, slowly tightening like that. Just like that, like that. Get my soldering gun on, get it heated up, put a little dab of water on my little wicking pad, and about to go to town now. So this is the plug-in side that's gonna go to the camera. So what we're gonna do is, if y'all saw in one of my I actually made a reel on this. I don't think I made a video. Just twist these. This is a method for soldering smaller wire. Just put these together, put the reds together, and just twist. Twist, 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 tight as you can. Now I'll put the white and the black together, and I'll do the same thing. Twist, 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 twist. All right. Make sure you got a nice tight twist. Now I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do next. Stage it for soldering. All right. All right. Got my solder gun heating up. I say heating it up. No. Oh yeah, I can smell it now. So we ready. Let's go ahead and start soldering this. Just like that. That whole thing coated, just like that. Boom, easy. Boom, done. All right. Now, since we got that done, go ahead and do this. Gonna clip that down. Gonna fold my red over tad bit, and I see my black already started. My heat shrink already started shrinking with that heat, which is a problem. See how big of a problem it is, because I can make it work. Again, WD-40. Hey, give me that pick. Give me a little small pointed pick out the little screwdriver drawer. I'm gonna open this thing up some. I might not need to. I might be able to get it to work. I think I got it. Boom. Got it. Never mind. I got it. That's what I needed, but I got it. Alright, so I got that side covered up. And see, all I'm doing is bending the wire back. See, I can see my bad. See, I got that. I just bend the wire back like this, put a little bend in it. And that's my technique. To bend the wire back, and just like I did with the red one, I covered it up with heat shrink. Alright? And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. But I didn't put a small piece of heat shrink on the neutral. or the return in this case. Because you know why? Because the hot wire is insulated, but I have this big piece. This big piece gonna come back and go over all of these. So it's ready. Now I'll slide it over. Make sure I get the little elbow of that white piece in there. And as I'm sliding it, I'm twisting a little bit. Doing a little slight twist to it. Boom. It's on. Alright. Now since I got it on, where is that? I'll heat it up real quick. Now I'm supposed to have a little heat gun. I could use a solder gun to do it too, but get out the fan. And basically what I'm doing, I got the gas belly cracked on because if I don't want to open it all the way up, which I can. It's a lot more dangerous. Because you can burn this up real fast. So now that's shrunk down, the male side is on like so. We are done. I could have had a longer piece of heat shrink, but I didn't want too much right here on the white part side because I didn't want that heat to start running down and tightening it up at the very end. So, but regardless, this connection is done. This is the side that goes in the camera. Now we have a 5-volt connector for our camera. Now we'll go to the female side and do the female side for the plug of the wall. And after that, we'll have a working, functional setup. Alright, so now what I have is, I have one end with a connector and the plug, which is going to be what my NVR is. It's a plug in the back of the NVR, and this side will go straight to the 5-volt, to the 120 volt wall circuit, sending 5 volts through the system. Boom. Here, when we get to the camera side, my regular NVR, my PoE Ethernet cable will now be extracted out into 2 segments. I'll have the part that goes in the camera, in the video portion of the camera, and I have the part that plugs in the power. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where it's lost. Oh, then I have the portion that plugs in the power portion of the camera. So boom. Now this camera has been fully converted to a 5-volt NVR camera utilizing the PoE system without having to run additional wiring, without having to put an elevated electrical circuit in the wall to power your camera because you wanted a talk back camera for indoor use to talk to your kids or family or cheating wife or anybody that you might be suspected of. So we got the problem mitigated, and your wife can unplug the camera or your cheating husband. Anyway, let's go plug it up. Okay, so originally we had this plugged in the camera, and then we had the power adapter plugged in the camera, but now we cut that off and we put it on here. Now it's part of the extractor. So now we'll just put this wire straight on, which has PoE already in it, and connected. And the PoE is 12 volt right now. It's inside of that wire, so we have to make sure. I have to make sure I unplug this wire ASAP before I put it in this camera, because it's gonna torch the camera. And on the other end, we have to make sure that we plug in the which I should have identified the wire beforehand, because right now they're all plugged in the NVR. We'll have 4 wires plugged in the NVR that aren't on, so it's one of those. So I'm gonna unplug all 4 of those, and then we'll plug up the power side one by one until the camera comes on, and then we'll know. So in the meantime, pause, and we'll come right back to this side. I'm gonna leave this right here. All right, so now I'm gonna unplug my 4 unused wires, which are these bottom 4. 1, 2, 3, and I think I got one label that says DIN. Okay, that's it right there. I think I labeled it already. So that one's labeled DIN. It's probably this one right here. This is the one we're gonna try it first. Yeah, I labeled that one. All right, so these are all unplugged because some of those are actually, cameras are actually out. I'm about to replace those. So now that we're all unplugged, make sure that all of my lights that are in here are active lights only. You check on the top and the bottom, and they are active lights, so I know we're unplugged. Now I go on the other side and I plug it up, and plug that adapter into the wire that says DIN first, which is right here. This wire right there. But do it from the bottom and keep the wires kind of straight because everything here is neat. So plug that up in the back of there, and plug that adapter in the wall. Just got to move the rack a little bit and come around the side, and then we'll have it active. The power will be in the system. Then I'll plug my side up, and then we'll prove that that's the right cable. All right, so we are in. We got our extractor right here. We got the power side plugged in the AC on our AC adapter that's bringing 5 volts in. And we got this side plugged right into the NVR. They're all plugged in. And let's check the cameras. The living room camera is back active. So, hope y'all like the video, man. We did 3 things with it. You know, one of which wasn't that important for you guys, but I was able to recover that receptacle in the corner, so I could put my wireless subwoofer in that corner and from under the TV. But the other 2 main things was I got rid of that ugly wire running down the wall because I had an aerial camera mounted vertically on the ceiling. And then the third thing was now I removed the ability for someone to unplug my camera, whether it was on purpose or accident. So if y'all like the video, man, share the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, more stuff, questions, whatever, man. Make sure y'all get this word out, man, because I'm doing this for y'all, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. Y'all know what it is. Deuces.